can't stop thinking about Bears Can't Drift, and not necessarily in a good way. You see, Bears Can't Drift is a game inspired heavily by 90s mascot racers like Diddyton Racing and, more notably, Crash Team Racing. Crash Team Racing is one of my all-time favourite games. In fact, I love it so much that I still play it on a regular basis even today. It has, in my humble opinion, some of the best track designs and arguably the most perfect gameplay in the genre. Sure, Mario Kart has advanced the base concept light years ahead in ways the PlayStation 1 could never have even dreamed of, but Crash Team Racing has the luxury of remaining frozen in time, its franchise arguably peaking and dying with one incredible instalment. With this in mind, it should come as no surprise that Bears Can't Drift caught my eye. The list of modern day kart racing games starts and ends with Mario Kart, so the opportunity to play something different was an exciting concept. When I discovered that the game also uses the Hub World mechanic from Crash Team Racing Story Mode, well, what can I say? I was ready to be impressed. Sadly though, I wasn't. Bears Can't Drift isn't a bad game. It really isn't. It just feels troubled. Confused perhaps. What I played wasn't perfect, but it was so nearly there that it feels almost insulting to not comment on what I played at all. Their core concept, the idea behind everything, is a very admirable one, a very exciting one, and in some ways they've nailed a lot of what makes a great kart racing game so enjoyable in the first place. For starters, the game controls very well. The actual second-to-second experience of scooting your titular bear around a racetrack is pretty enjoyable. Developer strangely named has conveyed a good sense of speed, which is arguably one of the most important parts of a game like this. In the vast majority of instances, the game looks nice as well. The general aesthetic is pleasing enough, one notable example being the starting Forest Hub World, which looks clean and appealing. The game also runs smoothly, maintaining a solid 60 frames even whilst playing multiplayer, which adds to the overall sense of speed. So yeah, it has these things going for it. The game is not without its problems though. For starters, this is hands down the most obtuse game I've ever played in my entire life. Ever. There are absolutely no menus in this game. Everything is conveyed through metaphors and, well, in some instances it just isn't conveyed at all. For starters, you enter races by driving into portals. So far, so Crash Team Racing. However, to switch game modes, you have to press the X button whilst near a portal in order to change what kind of race you're going to partake in. The issue here is, well, it's all down to guesswork. Is this one a race? This one looks like the time trial. Is that a... what even is that? It's confusing, to say the least. Even the game's difficulty setting appears to be chosen by driving down one of 3 paths, but again, there's no explanation whatsoever. You're left to blindly guess constantly, and it's exhausting. It's a nice idea in theory, a menuless experience, but there's a reason why hardly any games throw them out the window in the first place. Unless you're aiming for an obtuse experience in order to adhere to a theme or to trigger an emotion from a player, removing areas just makes your game frustrating right from the offset. I understand why they're not there. It's probably a translation reason. This is a small team after all, but if the game is built correctly and is enjoyable from the offset in one language, then you'll undoubtedly find people willing to translate your game for you in the future. And what I'm saying is, please put some menus in. Please, it just makes no sense right now. Its weapons are good, the game following standard genre conventions by giving players droppable trap items and long-range destruction items, as well as a few others. They're fun to use and the animations for using them are well made, but I once again felt like they were a little obtuse. Sure, in Mario a mushroom making you go faster makes little sense when you think too much about it, but it's understandable as a metaphor within that franchise because we're conditioned to know that the mushroom enhances a specific ability to the player's advantage. An owl, on the other hand, is... yeah. I don't know, I'm nitpicking, sure, but there you go. Race strats also need some work. I kept finding myself given the ability to drive wherever I wanted without consequence. Sometimes I'm an idiot, and I need to be picked up and taken back to where I need to be, like a lost child in a supermarket. But I think in general the track designs need to be revisited a little. I think the roads need to be widened, just a tad, and perhaps more barriers could be added to edges as well. As I say, they just need to be looked at a little bit more. Presentation-wise, while there's a lot of neat ideas, a few areas to do with being almost simplified a little more. Some hub worlds feel quite tightly packed together, and to do with being expanded a little. The game controls well, so why shouldn't the player be given more room to breathe? Let me drive around a simple environment without consequence. That was one of the joys of Crash Team Racing. They acted almost like the game's training areas. Bears Can't Drift is almost infuriatingly close to being good. Although playing the game wasn't hugely enjoyable in its present state, I feel with a bit of spit and polish this could be an incredibly enjoyable kart racing game. The game is currently available on Steam Early Access for £10 and receives frequent updates. I can't really recommend it at this price at the moment, but again, I just have this feeling that the game will be worth it soon. I'm really rooting for this one. I honestly feel like it could be a little diamond in a sea of early access rough. Bears Can't Drift. It's not quite there yet, but I hope it is soon. You guys can't drift, but you sure are sexy. Hi, thanks for watching. Subscribe to Daemonation for more super serious videos like this. Or don't. Don't encourage me more. I don't think this stuff washes off. I honestly don't know how. I need to have a shower right now. So, bye guys.